Making a map case. Velcro, I need some shoe glue, I need some webbing, I need some carabiner clips, and I need a big flat piece of clear plastic vinyl. I got this from a place that does custom boat covers, right? And you need that. Now, SealLine used to make the kind of map cases I need. They don't anymore, so I took matters in my own hands, started making one, and bam, you're gonna need a blowtorch. Woo! Now, we'll get to that in a bit, but my wife is very understanding. As you can see, I'm doing this on the kitchen table. Least I can do is put a little cardboard underneath. Now I'm just sizing up the map case. How's that look? Ooh, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good indeedly-do. That's about the size I needed. Getting at the blowtorch and a small pot. What am I gonna do with the pot? Yeah, I'm gonna smoke it. I'm just heating up the back of the pot right now. That's what's going on. And now I'm using it to melt the pieces of plastic together. I'm going all around it, making special attention at the corners, heating up the pot again. You're gonna have to heat up this pot a lot and applying pressure, making sure that's melted together because you want this to be completely waterproof. If it's not waterproof, your maps are going to get wet, you're going to get lost, who knows, maybe eaten by a grizzly bear or a chameleon. Anyways, here we go. I've got the corners going now. I'm just still, doing more, flipping it over, gonna apply heat, gonna melt the other side, again, making sure that this thing is properly melted together. Now, I've got two sides done. You don't want to do all four sides because then it'll be sealed shut. How do you get their maps out, right? So I do two sides, and I take the shoe glue, which is a waterproof, flexible adhesive, and I take a popsicle stick, and I reach right in, and I'm going to put this shoe glue, this flexible, clear, waterproof adhesive, all along the edges, basically stuffing the seam anywhere where water could get in if there's damage to the side. I'm just using a popsicle stick and just wiping that shoe glue in all around on the two edges that have been sealed. And now I'm going to go ahead and seal the other edge. See my son Huddy there looking on. Huddy, blowtorches aren't for babies. And I'm just going to melt the third edge together. The little technique there. I'm sort of rolling the pot, applying pressure, getting that melted plastic to really, stick together. And if all works, it should be good. It's not my first time doing this. I'm going to take some more of that adhesive and almost basically using it almost like caulking just in case there's any leaks. And I'm going to do the third side along that seam and, get that all done. Now we have kind of the basic shape of the mat case. I'm pushing it all down. I'm gonna let that dry in a bit. Next plan I'm gonna do is worry about the opening. So I'm gonna start rolling the opening. It's gonna be a roll top entrance. This is where the maps are gonna come in and out. I rolled about 3 times and I placed some industrial Velcro, the spiky side down. And I'm gonna pull the thing off that, stick that down, put a second strip of industrial Velcro underneath it. There we go. Now I'm going to put the other piece of Velcro with the adhesive exposed. Just stick it down on top of the Velcro I've already applied. And I'm going to go ahead and roll the top up. And this is how I'm going to get it lined up perfectly. So I'm going to roll the top up and just basically stick it down on top of that. And look at that. Boom. So that's good. And now I'm going to cut another piece of Velcro and I'm just going to lay that on top of where the piece of Velcro for the top connecting piece is, and I'm going to just basically continue rolling that, and that way I know I'm getting the Velcro in the right place and I'll have a nice seal so no water will get in there and ruin the entire purpose of a waterproof map case. There we go. Let's add a bit more Velcro, getting that all dialed in. Sunny times, ladies and gentlemen, sunny times indeed. And now I'm going to start putting the webbing on. I'm just eyeballing it to make sure it's the right size. I'm going to completely put webbing on 3 sides, and there's going to be 4 loops. And to the loops, I'm going to attach the carabiner clips so I can clip my map case down to my canoe. as I'm traveling, and it won't whip out of there. I'll feel like a big dummy with my map gone. So good to have a good anchoring point. Here we go. I've got it all sized out. I'm using more of the shoe goo now, and I've applied the shoe goo, and I'm just going to measure out the webbing here. Looks like that's good, and now I'm just applying the webbing, making sure I'm pressing it all down, making sure it's nice and flush against the vinyl. And then here we go, the other side. Going to do the same thing, just using a popsicle stick again to spread that shoe goo around, guys. We're making map cases here. Who's not excited about making map cases? Probably not you, or you probably wouldn't be watching for this long, unless you're just crazy. And here we go again. Now I'm applying these little loops at the top, right underneath where the roll top ends. And I'm sticking another piece of webbing down there. I'm going to layer it over top of that. Look, things are looking good. I'm starting to get a little excited. I'm starting to think maybe this will work. I'm glad I didn't buy one of the crappy subpar and 2 small map cases that are the only real map cases on the market right now. So taking matters into my own hands. Applying more webbing. We got a little tighter shot here for you. There's the second loop. Lots of shoe goo. Don't be shy in the shoe goo. It doesn't have to look perfect. And here's the last piece of webbing, and it's a little too short. Oh, no, it isn't. No, it's good. I flipped it. I put another piece on the other side, and there we go. I'm just going to stick a glass in there, one that my wife doesn't care too much about, and I'm going to leave that open so that air can get in, and that shoe goo will dry, because it won't dry unless it gets air. After we let it dry all night, the adhesive is firmed up. We're just going to add these carabiners to the loops we made at the 4 corners. Look at that. That's starting to look pretty good, isn't it? And boom, that's a map case. Going to be super heavy duty. Let's get my maps in them for the big trip I have coming up here. Good thing about this is you can really custom make the size of map case you need, and this one here is bigger than really anything you can buy on the market currently, so I don't have to switch my maps around very often. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm just going to roll the top up, which is what creates the waterproofing. The water can't get through all the rolls, so I'm just going to carefully roll that top up. And look at this, almost done here. Get the Velcro working, and boom, that's the finished product. That's how you make a map case.